Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation. What we're looking at today is a 2018 Dodge Journey SXT.
Dodge calls this exterior color billet.
This one does have smart key access for the front doors. On the key fob, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, and panic. The front door panels, you have storage areas with bottle holders, and you get your power windows, locks, and mirrors.
The SXT trim comes with cloth seating, and this one's finished in the black interior color scheme.
The driver's seat also has partial power adjustments. Now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. Along with smart key, it of course has push button ignition as well, so put your foot on the brake and hit the button.
For a quick comparison, here's the Journey with the base 4-cylinder engine starting up. The Dodge Journey is a midsize family crossover that was made for one single generation in the US, spanning from model years 2009 through 2020, although an all-new second generation is being sold in Mexico. It's primarily a 3-row, 7-seater car, but it also came in a 5-seater, 2-row variant for a number of years as well. The Gen 1 Journey is front-wheel drive based and uses the same platform as midsize sedans like the Chrysler Sebring 200 and the Dodge Avenger. This is in contrast to the Durango, Dodge's other family crossover, which uses a rear-wheel drive platform. The Journey sort of served as the successor to the short-wheelbase Chrysler minivans, namely the Dodge Caravan, which have been made until 2007. Throughout its production run, the Journey's biggest update came from model year 2011, which gave it an all-new interior, some minor exterior revisions, a new V6 engine to replace the old one, and other subtle improvements. From 2011 to 2015, the Journey was also rebadged in select international markets as the Fiat Fremont. As for the domestic Dodge Journey, it really didn't get too many notable updates from 2011 until 2020. In fact, it pretty much stayed the same, save for some trim level shuffling and maybe a few new options here and there. Anyhow, the 2018 model year US market Dodge Journey was offered in 4 trim levels: SE, SXT, Crossroad, and the range-topping GT. 2 different engines were offered across the range. The base engine was a 173-horse, 2.4-liter 4-cylinder, which was standard on all trims except the GT. Optional on most trims and standard on the GT is the engine that this Journey has, which is the Pentastar 3.6-liter V6 with a potent 283 horsepower. As for transmissions, the 4-cylinder had a 4-speed automatic, whereas the V6 was paired to a 6-speed auto. Available drivetrains for 2018 included front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, but you had to get the V6 if you wanted all-wheel drive. In Dodge's US 2018 SUV lineup, the Journey was the smaller of the two, slotting below the larger Durango. Competitors for the Journey included models like the Chevy Traverse, Ford Explorer, Toyota Highlander, and Honda Pilot, just to name a few.
In the instrument cluster, you have your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge, along with a digital info display which can be gone through via the controls right here on the steering wheel. It has a 3-spoke design, a leather-wrapped and multifunctional steering wheel. As for controls, on this side you have your hands-free phone and voice command, along with your information display controls. And on this side you have your cruise controls. And then on the back of the spokes, you have your various audio controls. The steering wheel is also tilt and telescopic. The parking brake is foot operated. You have your headlight switch, panel dim, climate vent for the driver. Right here you have your high beam, turn signal, and wiper stalk. Going down the center of the interior, you have your central climate vents, the touchscreen interface for your Uconnect infotainment system, your hazard switch, traction control toggle, and below that are the controls for your dual zone automatic climate control. You also got your physical volume, power, and tuning knobs for the radio, SD card slot, CD slot, some storage along with a power outlet, a USB port, and an aux port, 2 cup holders in front of the shifter, so putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera. You have a center console with a removable tray and another power outlet. The glove box is lockable. Both sun visors have vanity mirrors and lights. You also have grab handles for the front and second row passengers. And on the overhead console, you got your overhead lighting, a sunglass holder, which doubles as a mirror to check on the passengers. Now finally, here's that Uconnect infotainment system. You have AM, FM, Sirius XM, plus the CD player. There's the radio screen, some sound settings. You can bring up your climate controls right here. Any phone you might have paired. Then all sorts of your settings. But now we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. The driver's window is automatic down.
Standard on the SXT trim are these Tech Silver 17-inch 5-split-spoke alloy rims. Powering this SXT is the Journey's top engine for 2018, which is Chrysler's Pentastar 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V6. It's an all-aluminum dual-overhead cam 24-valve power plant with variable valve timing. It produces 283 horsepower at 6,350 RPM and 260 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. This engine is paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode, and in this Journey that power is sent to all 4 wheels. Running on regular unleaded with a 21.1 gallon fuel tank, all-wheel drive 18 Journeys achieve an estimated 16 mpg in the city and 24 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. Stopping the Journey are 4-wheel disc brakes with vented front ones.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the driver's side. The back door panels also have storage areas. But first we'll check out the third row. Alright, here we are on the third row. Got climate vents. You also got cup holders. One on each side. But space back here, I'm about 6'1", and as you can see, it's not very comfortable or roomy at all. But this is one of those third rows that's best suited for kids or, you know, smaller people, just, you know, people just back here for really short trips. But now we'll check out the second row. Both front seats have storage pockets on the backs. You also have these nice underfloor storage bins back here. Got a power outlet. And a folding center armrest with cup holders. Also got little hooks to hang stuff. Climate vents here. And then you also got your own set of rear climate controls. Overhead lighting. So space back here is someone who's about 6'1". Obviously way better than in the third row. Legroom is not the greatest, but that is because, well, the driver's seat is pretty far back. Probably a little bit further back than most people would have it. And another thing is that these second rows are sliding, and you can recline the seat back using the levers that double up as, well, the ones to fold the seats. And headroom is not a problem at all. It's actually pretty comfortable. And as you can see, the legroom I have here is going to be quite a bit better even with the seat just a little bit further up. Dual exhaust with the V6 rear wiper.
As for cargo space, the Journey offers 10.7 cubic feet of space with all the seats up, 37 cubic feet with just the third row folded down, and finally 67.6 cubic feet with both the third and second rows folded down. Also available is a full flat front passenger seat for even more space.
Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2018 Dodge Journey. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.